So does this mean that someone can be having issue like this and still be able to meet up with life? Guys, I want you to watch this video, and after this video, tell me what you think about this very video. This guy, I can't believe that someone can be like this and still be able to live up to the expectation of life and still be able to share stage with Sinach, with Frank Edward and Bushi and the rest other. So someone can be like this and be able to share stage. Guys, just watch this.
According to my mom, she said when she gave birth to me, the doctor tried to hide me from her, and she was like, let me see my baby, you know, and they tried to wrap me. So when they gave me to her, when she saw the hands, the doctor noticed, you know, the placenta was ruptured. To their greatest surprise, they were like, how did I survive? That according to the test, that this placenta ruptured when I was 2 months old in her stomach. My name is Jagbo Senior Ogenewegba. I'm a musician, but I specialize more on the bass guitar. I saw my younger brother, my elder brother going to school. I'll start crying, I want to go to school. So they took me to some schools, some good schools. They rejected me that, we can't put this one here, we'll make all the students, all the pupils run away, they'll be scared of me. How are you going to write? So they tried all patterns. They tried to put pen on my leg to see if I can use it. They tried to put pen in my mouth, maybe I will use my mouth. Took me to the hospital and they want to perform a surgery. You know, like maybe they want to open up this place so I can be able to grip a pen. They tried all they could. When they noticed that all they are trying to do is not working, they just left me. I just pick up the pen myself, like this, and I began to write, because then I already know how the alphabet A is, you know. So that process I was doing, my mom walked in. That's it, I dropped the pen. And she was like, no, keep picking it up again. How did you do it? So that was when I picked up the pen and I started writing. So that was how I finished all my educational level. Did my BSc, my masters and all that. So I started with the drums. No one taught me. I used rubber plates with spoon. I started playing in church, Assemblies of God. So I noticed a lady playing the bass guitar. She was learning. So I was just watching her. I was just watching the way the finger was going. Something just struck me like, you can do this. And that thought came, don't do it too. You want to enjoy yourself. Can't you see how your hands are? I don't really know what moved me. I just stood up for her. When she dropped the bass, I picked the bass. I started doing exactly what the lady was doing. I just like, bam, 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 bam. So everybody was like, what's this guy doing? Who's playing that bass? The guy was like, are you the one doing it? Do it again. I started doing it. That was how I started playing the bass. You know, from there, I just started developing my skills, like on the bass. I just left the drum totally. I've shared stage with Sinach. I've shared stage with Frank Edward. I've shared stage with Bushi. So many artists you can think of with this talent that God gave to me. You know, I just imagine if I was that type they pampered, they tried to like hide me from people. I wonder how my life would have been now. I eat with this hand, I cook, I wash. I try to put myself on that level that nobody will pity me. Because one thing I noticed, what kills a lot of people with different challenge, they want this pity face. And immediately you start having that, or you're destroying yourself. I don't think I'll have to go to the street and beg anybody. Because first of all, I know who I am. The greatest challenge that can happen to anybody is not you having a challenge. Maybe you don't have a hand, you don't have a leg. The greatest challenge is when you are physically challenged in your mind. I can be looking challenged. Honestly, I've never seen myself as a physical challenged person. I have never seen myself in that state any day.
If this is coming from someone who has no physical challenge issue just now, it will look like, let's say this person is speaking because he has not been in that shoe before. So hear this guy out now. Now, we pray never to be in such condition. But when life puts you in some place, it's not the end. Can you imagine someone with this kind of condition? Someone with this kind of condition. In fact, some people not even let them grow. They'll just take life. Can you imagine someone with this kind of condition still be able to meet up, to share stage, according to him, with Frank Edward? Do you know who is Frank Edward? To share stage with Bushi, to share stage with Sinach. That is a very big win. Someone without fingers. You know, get finger. You know, they see the video. In fact, me I see they wonder how they play within the play. Sometimes when you are physically challenged, you have more advantage. Do you know that the Bible said, he that ascended to heaven, the book of Ephesians, he said once descended and he went to the lowest part of the earth and gave gifts to men. The lowest part of the earth, where people they depressed, where people they feel bad. Now there are many gifts. Check these people you are talking about. Check greater destinies. They are all coming from the lowest part of the earth. Nigeria today is a home of great talent, comedy, music, and acting, and all you can think about. Because Nigeria become one of the lowest part of the earth as a result of our government, as a result of what we are going through on daily basis. So Nigeria become one of the lowest part of the earth, and by the result of that, we have more advantage. Go and check. We have more advantage than even others. It is because it is because of the disadvantage that was on our side coming from our government. That is the reason we have more advantage in the gospel field, in the check anywhere. So being physically challenged is never the end of life. This guy proved it clear. This guy make it so clear. There's a place I went to buy something real good. Do you know that I found that even cripple, people we know they waka cripple, they pad motor. As in, the thing shocked me. I was just watching these people. There's a man at what's it called? Close to Unibe. Is an artist. He they draw. This man is a cripple, not the waka. The man a cripple, not the waka, but in the draw. So there is still advantage for those who are physically challenged. You get? Have you not seen the blind sink? There are advantage. There is this guy that is trending on social media now who escaped from bomb blast and came out with the mat like saxophone. The guy they played whether a trumpet they call, I don't know, with his normal mat. He wasn't so until he has a disadvantage. His disadvantage not give him advantage. Don't concentrate more on what you don't have. Concentrate in your advantage. In every disadvantage, there is something good. See, I'm not a motivational speaker, but we concentrate more on disadvantage. We concentrate more on the thing that is not working. That is our biggest problem. We concentrate more on the things we lack. That is why things is very hard. Look for what is good. Everybody are looking at their neighbor. The reason, one of the most reason of depression is that we look at our neighbor and we look at what our neighbor have that we don't have, and we begin to feel bad. Can you also find that what you have that your neighbor don't have? Find that what you have another person does not have. Rejoice with that. With disadvantage, there is also advantage. So don't lose hope. Don't just give up because of one deformity, one issue or the other. There is still an advantage with you.